I made some other videos about this, but pretty much over the years, like I say, a lot of things, wagons, chariot races, the Parthenon, air conditioning, ice cubes. I needed, when I was digging way deep down in the mine systems, and the mining system was getting really hot, so I needed a way to cool my people. So we started messing around with air conditioning systems with that. I was trying to get to the metal way deep down in there, and it was too hot to actually work down there. So there had to be a way to run cool air down there, and that's where we started doing air conditioning systems and stuff like that. That's when I started doing it. Probably a couple hundred or 1,000 years ago. I don't know. Anyway, so eventually over the years, after wagons and horseshoes and everything, and I was always very successful, always had a lot of metal. So when I was doing Panama, I started doing trains and some other stuff like tanks and stuff, Germany basically. And I had a nuclear submarine and some other stuff, and also like the air conditioning system and the heating system stuff, steam, all that. Over the years, I've accumulated quite a little amount of stuff. Pretty much like submarines and stuff. And I had my amazing Germans. Basically, they were, they were doing sampling of the rock and everything else like that, and sampling the core samples. All they did was basically look at it, research it. They also did a lot of bacterial stuff for me, and also really good microscopes. The microscopes that came from Germany were amazing. Basically that they're just like Germany is like one big think tank for me. You know, um, they just go to school, they learn, and basically they research, and they basically mess around with. They know the metallurgy. Like I said, you can ask the Germans, whatever, about the metal, about how to make titanium, and they'll tell you. Germany knows exactly how to make every kind of metal, maybe even gold. They might even be able to make gold out of metal. I'm not exactly sure. Germany pretty much knows just about everything. Um, they're basically, I was getting them food and stuff, and so their job basically in existence was to basically make stuff and think about stuff. That's all I needed them to do basically. I was like, I just need you to just make stuff and think about stuff, and maybe build some stuff. So they tasked themselves appropriately, and basically were doing that for me. So they were taking all my rock samples, how to get more minerals out of rock and all that kind of stuff. They led to DuPont and everything else. And basically my major, the whole city of Berlin and everything else, they were my draftsmen, my engineers, my people that thought about things. And that's all I needed them to do, while I had other groups that would farm and stuff like that. And they also watched over my money and my gold and stuff like that. And we also kept it safe. They did all my printing work, like I say. Basically they've been very loyal, very good, and very amazing people throughout the whole time I've known them. They've never faulted me, and they've never let me down, ever. And they've been honest and truthful, and basically been good as far as I know. Like I said, they defended Panama for me when Panama was going to be overrun by the Republicans and the Yankees and other groups of Filipinos. Germany came to my rescue when I needed them, and basically provided air support and air superiority. They've also done medical stuff, dental, all that kind of stuff. They've basically been general, pretty much thinkers and doers, and pretty much they designed my submarines and invented them, and I know worked with me about how to build them and stuff like that, and what I wanted to do with my metal. They asked me, and I basically dictated, the tanks, the air conditioning system, basically making everything better. Everything Germany is basically my place. Warsaw, I believe, was another place of mine. Speakers, TVs, glass, all that kind of stuff. Like they mess around with all types of matter, and basically mess around and seeing what happens when you melt it, what happens when you heat it, what happens when you pack it, what happens when you take the air out of it and heat it. They did ceramic stuff. Basically, Germany is like my go-to as far as technology. Those are the people those were basically my backbone to everything. They discovered aluminum. They did everything for me. Followed by like China and some of the other countries, but pretty much Germany is that's my country. Those are my people, and and they've been my people for like ever. They've practiced my laws. They set up the the court system, you know, Germany has always been my people. So anyway, when I was mining Panama and stuff, they were dealing with doing the stuff. They did the nuclear experiments in Panama, the nuclear bombs, you know, to blow the dirt up and stuff like that. And basically, they've always been really hardworking, really good, really amazing people, you know, that have basically been protectors, and they've really cared for people. They've done food stuff. They've done, I think they might have even done the preservatives too, although I think that was Germany to China, we were doing preservatives or something like that. But basically, we were managing everything, and pretty much they also did the air water separators and stuff like that, and they also did did my they did everything. They did almost everything for me. They're a really amazing group, and they went out into the world to build more later, before and back in time. I think they also discovered ammonium nitrate or something for me. They've been really supportive throughout the years. So I've always loved them very, very much. And I think they've loved me my entire existence too. We also, you know, setting up things in America, also my hydro dams. I think they also did that for me. They did my hydro dams, like the Hoover Dam. They designed it for me. You know, America says that they did that. It was actually, well, it's Germany America, because I wanted to name my country America, so they made sure my country was named America. They set up my court system. They set up my government. They basically have been very loyal and good supporters this entire time. And I thought in the past at some point that they were being treated badly or killed, and so that's why I ordered America to go back into their country and find out what was going on, because like I say, I really, 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 really care for them. I would die for them, and I knew that they would die for me at some point. But I didn't want them to die, of course. So Germany is great. I mean, and I backed them. I mean, when they said that they were Holocaust people, I said, let me see the evidence. I don't believe it. Like Germany would never. At least I don't know. I think it turned out to be a black Adolf Hitler or something like that was actually doing it. But pretty much somehow Germany had gotten taken over or something like that. And so anyway, but you know, Africa was rushing Germany and basically trying to change the laws so white people didn't have any rights or something like that. I wasn't exactly sure. It's been a complicated thing, and we've gone through 3 world wars and stuff like that. And I believe the world wars were really over the fact that, you know, it was me versus other people, and they were the type of people that would hide and then kill the leader of a country. So anyway, so I was a leader of Germany, and I've also been the leader of Russia. You know, we did a thing where it was England and Germany, and with the Slovakians or whatever, and we were building submarines and stuff like that. And we've also been doing cannon work and also other building projects, and I also like mortgaged Germany or whatever, or used Germany to build lots of other things. And throughout the years, it's been really successful. So as far as I think it's been successful. I'd like to think it's successful. And the submarines were really about anti-piracy, because there were certain other groups that were pirating or destroying ships in the ocean and making it, basically because they had ships and they were attacking ships, you know, to take their cargo. So shipping across the ocean was like really a tedious thing. Like you never knew if your shipments were going to make it or not. So I was providing support for my White Star ships, and then some other ships as well, you know, to basically secure and make a shipping route pretty much safe, so ships could go from America to Europe without being harassed or accosted, as they say. And I also charged for licensing and stuff like that, just little bureaucracy things. I mean, they helped me set up all the bureaucracy.